You may be wondering where Vonnie and Martin have been. Well, or Martin and Vonnie, since I'm going to put this on his channel too. Well, the end of April, I was mauled by a pitbull mix. They're neighbors, they're friends, they were walking their dog on a leash. I went out to say hi, and as I just started getting near, the dog just lunged on me. They couldn't stop it, I couldn't stop it. So actually, the man's hands were all torn up trying to get the dog back. They had him on a leash. So eventually then, Martin's sister heard what was going on because it was at the end of our driveway. Martin came out with his binoculars and beat him on the head, so then the man was able to pull him off. Well, that put into place a whole chain of events, such as me going to the University of Wisconsin hospital and having a wonderful plastic surgeon, Dr. Israel, and her whole team operate on my thumb. He didn't sever it totally, but at the thumb, down it went. He didn't sever it totally, but it almost came off. But nope, she was able to lift it back up, put it back together, and it's going to be great. Then, in 2 weeks, my leg, which was a massive wound, got infected. So I went up to Monroe Hospital, where Dr. Maxwell and his wonderful crew is, and I had another surgery. They cleaned it out. I spent 5 days getting antibiotics every 6 hours, and then that was pretty much taken care of. But it did throw me under, so for 2.5, 3 weeks, I was pretty in bed because I was so weak from all that infection and stuff. So Martin did not get to go to the cabin. 2 dressings that had to be changed every day, my leg and my thumb. So he took care of those so well. But in the beginning of July, I fired him. After I fired Martin, he planned his trip to way up in Canada to go canoeing. I think there's about 9 others that are going to join him flying in and out. So he won't have any cabin videos on his channel until the end of September, because in September he will head back up to the cabin. He loves it in the fall, and it is beautiful up there in the fall. Mention is the crew at the Duran Clinic. They're part of Monroe Hospital, Monroe Clinic, and Dr. Blomberg, the nurses, the receptionists, they've all been so wonderful. They have bent over backwards to help, and I've appreciated that so much. Our neighbors, our friends, our family, our church family, oh, they've been so wonderful, bringing in food. They've stopped to visit, calls, cards, but the thing I cherished the most were the prayers. When you're in the middle of something, your head's not always right there. So they did the heavy lifting for us in the prayer department. I also want to send out a special thank you to Tom and Chrissy. They're new friends we have from Martin's YouTube channel, and they live in California. Well, they wanted to know what they could do, and I said that I had heard that C's peanut brittle was like a vitamin. So in the mail came a box of C's peanut brittle and a lot of other things. Thank you, Tom and Chrissy. They helped a lot. So now I'm back outside doing some pruning. My tomatoes look great. I had started them before this, and Martin planted them for me. They look beautiful. They all have tomatoes on them, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again in the kitchen. Won't be long. Until next time, bye-bye.